Henry G and Staticus. Take it away, gentlemen.
It seems everyone has put you first lately, Henry. I like it. Ladies first. That's the way it should be.
Exactly.
But it is going to be underway already, as they said. Game has started. It's Crims, the only, and Dirty Crims at that, apparently, the only one with a kit on the CT side. The rest going for the armor, excuse me, electing to go for that armor. Meanwhile, on the CT side, a little bit different from them.
We'll see what this works out for them. It's going to be Olofmeister with the first bit of confrontation here. A lot of utility available for Cloud9 here. It's the first flashbang over. That will remove Olofmeister from the situation. Let's make the way towards short as well. Quite standard so far. Not allowing the CDs to get anything right here, but Skadoodle could struggle. He's low HP as well. That's a dangerous move from him, considering he's such low HP as well. Unable to land the shot on Olofmeister will be meaning Skadoodle lives to fight another day here. 3 sets of armor, still have smokes available as well. I'd guess maybe smokes towards CD spawn and towards that catwalk area as well. Dennis has gone aggressive in the B tunnel, so you've got a lot of information here. Time ticking away. What's the next move here for Cloud9?
JW on the headshot box down below, doesn't go for the jump, waits to see if Stewie's going to go over top, and instead Stewie gets the kill as a result of it. This will open up a little bit of room in the A site. And smartly, Slemmy, again, we talked about how they talked about on the desk how we implemented a system with the team. It's going to wait top middle to cut off catwalk so that they can try and still hold it, because it's planted openly for them in that position. Skadoodle stays at quad, and here we go. Slemmy, he may have gone down, but that's the information given. They know there's 3 out toward middle, and the players on catwalk will be able to just sit comfortably at the corner and not worry about CT, because that's 3 to 4 found already, but they have to get the kills now, and Dennis, again with pistols, he's up to 3. Finally, he's silenced, but is that enough? Apparently so. Skadoodle putting him down. It's nothing to flank them out, and Olofmeister, he'll get a kill, but do they have the time on 10 seconds? They should just.
I think it's fine. Dennis, once again, we always think, surely not going to step up massively once again in the CT pistol rounds, but he delivers once more. 3 kills from him. It's actually Cloud9. They get the map control, they get the first kill as well. It's a 5-on-4 situation. The plant goes down, everything to play for there. Just needed to stick together and trade frags, but Dennis completely wrecks him there as he retakes from short, and they get the diffusion as well. So a successful plant from Cloud9 should mean AK is coming in the 3rd, but still, that's going to be disappointing for them. It looked like a really promising start there. Did everything so well. Pushed away the CTs. They didn't really have much to work with, and unfortunately just couldn't hold on. Round number 2 comes in. We are going to see the CTs buying a little heavier than usual. Obviously, the bomb going down there, anticipating those AKs in the 3rd. So we see 3 rifles, a UMP and an MP9 on JW. Can't really expect too much even Cloud9, but they have got 3 smokes, so just trying to get the bomb down here. That's going to be the main objective, I'd say, from the current setup as well, with a B split coming in of some sort. Smoke towards CD spawn, maybe towards the left-hand side of middle as well, and try and get towards the bomb sides. But it looks like they may be favouring lower B. Let's see what they decide to go with this one.
Stewie crossing over middle already with that smoke out on the corner. Is going to head toward catwalk. P250 at hand. He's going to be confronted on the site though by JW, who though on top of the platform is running an MP9, so it doesn't exactly have the best weapon for distance in this case. However, not far away, Flusha resides in CT spawn. Stewie's going to go immediately on him. Now this is interesting, it's a split play. Flusha, without the pressure being applied, has Olofmeister rotate back around, and it's a very smart rotation from Fnatic, because he quickly realizes they're there, and together, despite losing Olof, they can collectively take down everybody that walks that mid. So C9 trying to throw a bit of a fake, bit of a spanner in the works, drop down and catch off that mid. Yeah,
the idea is obviously take the attention away from that CT spawn area. He should have potentially trying to set alive a little bit longer there, but not really much you can do with just a P250, and it gives chance for the reset to come in. The mid play comes through, and the CTs to completely destroy them. A chance there to get the bomb down, but didn't really amount to too much. We're going to round number 3. It's going to be Cloud9 buying into this one. It's going to be Slemmy though, limited a little bit. He's on the Tech 9, 4 of his teammates though on towards rifles. There's a smoke towards Xbox, but there is a CT player in lower B looking to get this first kill. That's going to be Dennis.
With the good positioning, has good kills, 2 of them in fact. They get a potential 3rd, no, not quite Ska, but goes low. Look at this, look at Olaf. This is so smart. I was going to say it's a little bit audacious, but if he hadn't been picked up the kills, that's just the way Fnatic plays. We let them get away with those styles. Anyone else, we criticize it right away, but you almost expect Fnatic to pull that off the way they take map control.
If we're talking about the rulebook of CS, that was too much Moloch, but like you said, that's why they're so good. They throw the rulebook out the window, and they get those kills you don't expect them to try and get. And normally, that's Olaf finding that first kill and falling back, but this time actually gives Cloud an opportunity to get back into this round. 3-on-3. And they actually have a little bit of advantage in terms of the firepower as well. 3 rifles against the UMP of Crims. And a lot of times play over as well. Nothing making their way towards T-spawn. His teammates are in the B tunnel still. And they have 3 smokes, Molotovs as well. Very limited in terms of the utility for Fnatic here. There's a couple of flashbangs remaining, 1 smoke on JW. At this point, just trying to establish where any sort of CT pushes may be coming in. You see Crims has made his way towards long doors, listening out there. He would have heard that footstep, so deciding whether he wants to push this position.
And if he did, It might present some opportunity because nothing's definitely not even considering that option now as he tries to get Catwalk back in the possession of Cloud9. Bomb still in the hands of Skadoodle, waiting in B tunnels. And nothing is just going to go out middle. 25 seconds. They have to commit at this point in time. One further smoke, but it's unfortunately all the way inside of the B tunnels on Skadoodle, so they can't drop that onto middle and cut off that CT play. And try and focus on Flusha. However, they do have him committed inside of the site. Nothing needs to go. He hasn't just yet. He's rotated back around, in fact, and that's going to leave no one else to take down Flusha. Scott Smoke does serve to delay Fnatic slightly, and the Molotov on the window has since gone. It's going to be a full retake with 3 kits. And Cloud9 has to hold these choke points perfectly. They've got a crossfire set with nothing inside of the closet. And keep in mind, Slemmy's still inside of those B tunnels as well. But now they go. Fnatic on cue, flash in. It's 1-for-1 so far, but Slemmy's able to collect that. And Wonderchild, he chaps up JW on his teammate Crims, and that doesn't give him the entry. He's going to have to fade away from this. So Cloud9, with the early buy off the bomb plant, are able to pick up the 3rd round.
Yeah, difficult circumstances as well. It's Dennis in that lower B position, going aggressive. Like I said before in the previous game, when you know the AKs are coming out, it's a good move to make. Go find those first kills, lock down any sort of default set piece the terrorists had in mind. Dennis did it perfectly. Olofmeister, it's rare to say, rare mistake from him. He pushes into that upper B area and actually gives that kill away and gives them an opportunity to get back in the round. And they played it very well indeed. Didn't force himself into any sort of difficult situations. Played the time well and made their way towards that B bomb site. It was Flusha who was playing quite defensively as well. Wanted to wait for his teammates, get information, tried to spray through the smoke. Didn't really work out for him. And it's going to be Fnatic now forcing into this one. You can see CZ Scout. 3 M4s. Of course, Flusha will be going for the first shot here towards Suicide. Not going to work out for him. Skadoodle with that long spawn. Going to be smoking off the corner and getting some prime real estate on the map as well. Once you have long as well, pushes the CDs back to the bomb site and get into an A split. And make that side very viable indeed. Let's see what the reaction is from the CTs there.
Don't think JW meant to slip down there, but
I don't think so either.
Get boosted back up. They have got Pit in the control now, Cloud9, which does give them long, which gives them potential to split. That jump shot, though, when he's hit. Flusha takes Stewie down to 16. There's early aggression on long, though, to take this. As I say, I mean, it does open up the options to try and split on the catwalk and really give them an option on A.
Yeah, it's a great position to be in right now. They've established this scout there as well. They know the CTs are pretty under-equipped at this point, so just let the default still bleed out whatever sort of utility they have available. He has the smoke to take away some vision from the B side, but Flusha does find the counter to Stewie. He thought he would stay alive and just come in for the backside at that point, but now the man advantage has been granted towards Fnatic. You can see JW has pushed towards short as well, so they're almost funneling to the B side this moment, actually forcing them out of his position is really good from the Swedes.
And the second man in, he had to take Slemmy there because the flash on the Shroud, it was all on the Slemmy to get that kill on Crims. Instead, it falls apart, and Fnatic had JW waiting on catwalk already. It's a brilliant play. It's so well timed, and Cloud9 could do nothing to figure them out, even with that long control.
That's what I'm interested about. Once, even these low HP, I think to stay alive, just be a potential threat at that stage. Just make sure that they're always worried about it. That's when you go for the 8 split. You know they're going to be on the bomb site. You need to go towards short. So you have a flash it back, and you get that next part. That's the next objective once you have long. Go and get short. Put them on the bomb site. Use the Molotovs and the smokes you have available. And they went towards middle there. Stewie giving his kill away for free. And like I said, once the CTs had still dominance towards short and the smoke down as well, it's almost funneling them towards B, and they just read it so well. The CZ comes in big. And that doesn't work out for Cloud9. 3-1. They're back to an eco here. A couple of PT50s, Deagles, a smoke, and 2 flashbangs here. And the spread out of the default sort of setup. Not really going for anything at the start of the round. Just going to see if Shroud can open things up. But fully smoked out. Tries to do something, but not really landing any of those.
Stewie 2K this time has catwalk, but only with the Deagle. Does give him headshot potential from range. Remember, it's still viable, but he's got to be spot on, and JW using that barrel for coverage is going to lead them into a slightly unchecked angle. Yeah, easily done. Stewie doesn't even consider it.
What's good about that position as well, obviously he's not facing directly towards short. He's waiting for the terrorist to be committed. Has no exit strategy at that point. He has such a huge advantage in terms of they have the pistols, and he picks up that first kill. Scar's gone down to 27 HP as well. It's going to be another mid push by the looks of things, but off. He's adjusted his position. He's got backup in CD spawn as well. It should be pretty simple at this point, but maybe they're kind of recalculating themselves. Going back towards long. I'm not sure it's going to work out for them necessarily, considering they have got Crimsons waiting for them there. They've got a flashbang, I guess. Maybe smoke the corner, flash over twice and see if they can get control of long once again. But what's the next play after that? Where do you really go with this?
There's the flash you talk about, and they are going to have to confront Crims, who's waiting for that flash. Not the second one, though. That's important, because now he's forced back, but he still can control the angle, and Flush is here to help him. They've got 2 kills, make it the 3rd as well, and JW taking Skadoodle. Well, that's going to make it 4-1 Fnatic, and a reset potential onto C9. They already were down to those deagles, and still, though, they haven't accumulated much of a loss round bonus. So it'll be a tight buy this time if they do it. Yeah, they're going to Tech 9 already on Stewie.
Yeah, this is the partial buy. I think they need to get Skadoodle back on the AWP. A player I've been criticizing a lot, especially I feel like he's lost that killer instinct, especially since he's not been under the helm of Sean. Especially Dust 2 is one of the maps he really should be coming to life on, but he seems like he's so passive in these positions. He needs to be taking the game in his own hands, especially on the CT side, finding those first picks. That's something we really want to see if someone has his kind of talent, especially, but been very quiet recently. We'll see what he can do as we go into the next round. This won't amount to too much. It's going to be utility by the terrorists here. Haven't got armor apart from Stewie, and JW does spot the first bit of confrontation towards middle. Look for that first kill. They decide to opt out of the situation, but they are fully aware there are plenty of terrorists towards the top of mid here.
And they've got eyes on Catwalk where Shroud was heading. That was an easy lineup for Olaf. Dropped the bomb temporarily. JW, though, dinked up as he tries to come back in from Catwalk, hoping that they'd be too distracted, too caught off guard by Olaf's positioning. It works out well for Cloud9. It does serve to get them a kill in return and open up a bit of map to work with, but Flusha was quick to rotate. And the nades and utility have deterred Cloud9's aggression. Olaf just checking out toward top middle again. Slemmy's in behind that Xbox. He's got no idea. He has absolutely no clue, remember. So he has to just consider all possibilities, but plays the safe approach here, and he's actually going to rotate back to B.
We talk about these aggressive reactions from the Fnatic side. That's pretty much what they're waiting for now, seeing if anyone will push all those B tunnels. But right now, smoke's going to the A side. Maybe a little bit of a ruse. They are smoked out for now. Smoke on spawn, Molotov in the side as well. No, he's really waiting for them, though. Flasher there, this position line, the barrels as well. Kind of whiffs his lines a little bit there. Gets the first kill regardless, but he is taken down. 3-on-2. That's going to be Crims cleaning things up here from long. Just going to be Slemmy remaining, and just managed to get a plant down as well. But how did he miss that first shot?
We snapped to him a little bit late. I'm wondering if he was actually more blind than the spectator, the GoTV made him seem. Dennis is still going to collect Slemmy. It was 1 versus 3 in the plant. I'm wondering if he was a little bit more blind than we saw, but it was a peculiar late maneuver. So
it's like maybe run out of mouse pad or something like that.
Yeah, could have easily been that.
And came back, it flicked off to the right, completely off target. But the fact he was undetected for so long, he did very well in that situation just to get 1 considering the circumstance. But C9 get the bomb down. So as far as they're concerned, that's mission achieved. 5-1, and surely the AWP will be coming out for Sky here. You would almost put the house in at this point. He's got $6,800, waiting for that to be purchased. There it is. And we have got a similar storyline from JW as well. So the battle begins. This is where things really get interesting. Skadoodle on Dust 2 especially is the Orpus playground. Let's see what he can do here. He's got a decent B spawn. Get straight in for that pick and see if he can find someone crossing on the platform. Beat the smoke there. We'll see what he's got in mind. So we're going to round number 7.
Skadoodle tries to get aggressive toward the B tunnels, get an early angle, an early position to catch them off inside of the B site for a fast peek, but the nades come out and turn on him, and he's forced back just slightly. JW with an AWP. Typical JW, isn't it? Gets in middle to peek lower tunnels. He's going to wait here as well. They have no idea. If nothing even rotates back, this could be massive.
Yeah, most teams will be flashing with the top mid. They won't allow a player to face or be naked at this point. You always have the flash coming in.
And nothing's waiting for it. His teammates are just getting there now, so that's why nothing didn't rotate down around the bottom of the stairs, like you say.
Flash should be coming.
There it is, yep.
It'd be absolutely a death sentence to face that without teammates back then.
Now he'll counter flash over. Aggressive shot. Again, the preemptive strike, but they don't account for Olaf. Again, his rotations out of B have been well read. They're getting that information in B early. They know there's no aggression, and then Olaf's going out to support middle. They're rotating so well, and that now allows Flush out of CT back toward the ramp. And despite not having anyone on the A site, they're doing big damage to those who have crossed. Bombs just arrived now in the hands of Slemmy. 2 HP. They go for the jump. They can't quite find it, so it will get money at least rolling for Cloud9 if they can't fully pull this round in their favor. And that smoke on platform does delay them a little bit longer, but again, the post plant, it's not amazing. Their one saving grace is Skadoodle with the op on the long platform.
It's an okay plan as well. It's on the bomb side. Let's see what they can do here. Time ticking away. Here comes Fnatic play. Grenade on the site. He's going to do a ton of damage towards Stewie, but can he hold them off? Needs to hit his first shot.
Well, it doesn't do that. It is Slemmy, but again, remember, Skadoodle's down here. He, I think, has to face that from the platform. They know long is a problem. Skadoodle does trade on Flusha. That's going to make this possible, and there it is. He finds Crims. as he just gets to the edge and just gets there before he can get on the defuse.
Well, there it is. That shows you how strong the long control can be at that point. They managed to get that first pick as well, and then once they have Skadoodle set up in the pit, it's not the best plan, but it works. And you can see Crimson struggling for time, and Skadoodle to land those final shots there. And there it is. Crimson didn't really have anything to work with at that point. Could have gone for the face, but was hoping he could get the full defuse in before he got shot in the back. Doesn't work out. There's going to be 5-2 here. A lot of players lost, though, for C9 to be very careful here for the full reset. Skadoodle drops down towards Suicide. See if there is a challenge. Not going to happen this time. It's Olof back on the orb this time, but fast play towards long once again. Looks like it has been obtained. Slemmy blind, trying to get towards the pit. Does successfully do it as well. We've got to clean up here, surely.
Slemmy down, Shroud. Oh, it was nothing to cut the second one, but did find Flusha on the edge. Man advantage now for Cloud9, and they still have JW to fight against in this position. And he's in an awkward spot, but the flash does come out. That's well timed for the teammate. However, Shroud hugging the stairs, no one in the open, nothing not exposed. And Dennis can't really serve well enough to support JW in that position. Flash over as well. He's caught against the wall. Very well done, Cloud9, and a little bit of an overcommitment, I have to say, from Fnatic.
Yeah, 3 players that are there, and they really wanted to take those jewels. Doesn't really go in their favor, though. Olof Meister now on the glass cannon AWP. That's it. Stewie takes him down. That should break the economy of Fnatic as well here. So Cloud9 really something to come to life in the first half, and Dust 2. 2 rounds in a row, potentially 3 as well, considering. But like you said, that kill for me, Slemmy, he's just coming on blind. I thought he's going to nail that one. Flash it opens it up, but good reaction from the teammates. Trading effectively is what you need to be doing when you're taking those kind of fast plays towards long. It's one of the few maps where the spawns are really viable here on the T side. If you have that decent long spawn, flashes go over, and if you're smoking the corner as well, the CTs really have to commit to trying to challenge you there. Once again, Skadoodle has got the long spawn, and he's got the AWP in hand. There's a double orb set up here for the terrorists. So actually slowing things down, but Skadoodle with that spawn can actually decide the fate here. Doesn't spot the initial player crossing over. That's Olof Meister, but it doesn't matter. Stewie on the other side of the map takes on Dennis. That's an aggressive push towards short. So he has established on an eco as well. Just run the time down to this point. Go over some map control, maybe towards long once again, and then stick together. Split the bomb site. Should be a job done at that point. Olof Meister getting hit once again. Oh my god,
wow.
flush shot.
Skadoodle had that crosshair almost lined up that it would have been an easy adjustment, but Slemmy at least takes Flusha back. Again, a one-man advantage for C9 to work with. And a very important round in the context of things. I mean, if you lose an eco to Fnatic, you're giving them rounds you can't afford to give up. You give any rounds to Fnatic, you know they'll pull themselves back in just like that. JW finds 2.
Why'd you off, dude? Oh.
I was going to put it away.
Shroud. I'm not sure if you've got comms in your ear, but I've got Cloud9 in mine. And yeah, they're a little bit disappointed in the decision to re-pick up the AWP in that sense, knowing that they were up close at long. So there was a bit of a question as to why they bothered opping. I think I heard Stewie a little bit disappointed with that.
It's definitely unorthodox on the T side to have the double orbs, right? If you have 2 world-class orbs, sure, but they've only got 1, I would say. And made things a little bit uncomfortable until lost their first pick. It still is an eco round for Fnatic here. It's a 2-on-2 situation. 35 seconds to play with nothing. And Shroud sticking together, utilizing the buddy system here. They have got the advantage of the firepower, that's for sure, but 2 of the strongest players on the team, Dennis and Crims waiting for them. That should secure the round at this point. Olof drops through the smoke, and Crims with the backstab. If he can get the 1 deek here, that could make things very interesting, especially if he gets a planter.
Crims Deagle, distance. Desperately to find a headshot. Nothing will fully take that back, but they lose a good amount of guns. However, again, avoid the anti-eco. They'll buy regardless, Fnatic. The rebuys on 3 players right now for C9. They could have had a full round in hand on this, and unfortunately, they're going to have to invest quite dearly.
That was definitely a weird idea. Both orbs facing in that tight choke point toward that area. Fair enough having 1 and having an AK to back him up if things get hairy, but 2 orbs, they were almost asking for it at that stage. Lost a lot of economy, but still, they win the round. That's the headline here. We're going to round number 10. JW back in the orb himself, but his glass cannon. His buys aren't fantastic for Fnatic so far. There's that same smoke towards the long corner. That's actually going to allow Fnatic to get across towards the pit. It's not Cloud9 committing this time. Just expending some of the CT utility. Focusing their efforts towards short this time. We have got Skadoodle holding towards the top and middle. No presence towards the B side of the map though, so need to act very quickly here. They can't imagine. They want Olof Meister to push towards those B tunnels and take them down once again, but it's JW waiting for this execution on the A side.
JW forced back. Dragonlord hand, AWP. Quick shot, desperate not to overexpose himself, but it is his teammates that set the crossfire. Shroud finds the only kill so far for Cloud9, and Skadoodle unable to get more than that. 4 kills for Flusha as he rotates once more to that CT spawn position early.
Yeah, and it's Fnatic sending 3 players towards long on the start, waiting for that push, and it's actually working out perfectly for them. C9 go for the fast short play. and actually baiting towards long a little bit actually keeps the 3 players here, and they just react perfectly. It doesn't look too uncomfortable. You can see Flush actually benefiting from the smokes they've dropped on the crossover there. He's just shooting over the top. Looks a bit too easy, not enough flashbangs there as they execute, and they get completely destroyed from the crossfires. We're going to round number 11. It's going to be what kind of buy is this? Nothing's got a Glock in hand right now. What are they trying to work out? Stewie, on the other hand, is going to be going all in by himself, but he hits the shot, takes down Flusher. What a play that is, and now they've got a real chance here to fight back. Crims, though, pushing for the smoke, takes down Shroud. Is up to Stewie to try and find the next frag.
Stewie's committed. They know he's at this dumpster. He's fired through enough times. The Tracer's showing this AK-47, so thankfully his teammates are there. They push them back, and this time Fnatic's not going to make the same mistake they did last time at Long. They will not overcommit. They'll get back toward the site, even though it's only a trade. And that still, you could argue, favors Cloud9. They don't want to make this any worse, so they've got to play the safe game in this. A minute and 13 is a lot of time for Cloud9 to work with. But we know Fnatic's very good at working in tandem with each other to pull the difference back. And JW not quite able to get around far enough. Gets tagged through the wall down to 39, and that's the opening that Cloud9 need. That's the cross with the smoke late. JW, he is burning alive. He just gets caught on the edge of it. And Crims has to do absolutely nothing. He has to sit and wait for his teammates to rotate. Off with the late bounce on the Molotov. Quick flash. They want to act on this very fast indeed as Crims throws a nade up. That's going to take down nothing after the initial flame damage. Slemmy pulls one back. AWP, but it's a double AWP again for Cloud9. Thankfully, both out toward long.
It's a decent plan as well. So the smoke available, that's where things get interesting. Dennis going to check on the bomb right now. They need to act in this high-pressure situation.
And they did spot that first peak, but they're on it. Dennis is on it. That smoke out. 2 AWPs. They can't find it. Skadoodle does late, but it's too late. As Fnatic will pick up round number 7. Both AWPs will be carried over. But what can you possibly hope to achieve with very little money to go alongside it? Perhaps force out.
And that's all it takes, Matthew. Just one smoke available in a situation. Those long plants can be very strong in certain circumstances, but as soon as the smoke is dropped, the pressure comes in, especially if the orb as well. You haven't got an AK that can spam 30 bullets cleanly through towards that bomb. And it was a weird plant as well. It wasn't like a traditional one. Okay, it's planted for a platform, or it's planted directly for long. They planted it by the side of the single box, which definitely is going to be tricky to try and nail with those orbs. They can't do it. It's round number 7 achieved for Fnatic yet. Buy available for C9 for sure, but Slemmy limited. He's got a PT50, nothing just in the Galil as well. Olaf Mike's a great position here to take them down if they were to commit towards B. He's in the back of the platform. And it's still the singular setup for Fnatic. Their money still hasn't quite stabilized yet. A lot of these rounds have been very close indeed. I like this booster. This is so strong when you get someone towards the long dumpster here. It means it's so unorthodox to check this angle. You're always good for 1 kill there, maybe 2 as well. It means you can completely leave one player in that area, fall back. And he's got that patrol, but let's see what the next move is from C9 now.
And you say, I mean, you're definitely right. You can leave him there and anchor that position with it. They're actually going to still set a crossfire right now. I think it's Dennis is the other player. Crims, excuse me, now when I see it, is out in that position with him setting. But it's going to be Olaf. Take down Shroud at B early. Re-peek. Skadoodle gone as well. And he's been missing out on some duels, very crucial duels early on in this game. And Cloud9 has to find a way with 46 seconds to pull this back. Stewie gets flashed as he tries to find an opening in mid. And the double up setup, it's not working out so far at all for Cloud9.
I think we just heard that spot is so stupid towards the back.
That was Shroud.
Platform, interesting thoughts there, but still 3 players remain for Cloud9. Will be making their ascendance onto the A side. Going to be struggling though. Through the smoke, nothing. Take a ton of damage here. One more bullet would do it. He manages to stay alive at this point. Fnatic in such a strong position. You can see it on the mini-map right now. Pincer coming in from long and short. The bomb will be planted. Let's see if they can hold on. And
the bomb will get planted, that's fine, but again, they've got full long control Fnatic. They've got cat control with Dennis here, and they've got one player right now, Flusha, rotating in from CT. They've got all angles covered off. Cloud9 literally has nowhere to go except sit on the site and straight up win duels, and we're already seeing the utility being deployed. That's going to be so hard for them to do. It's Dennis on all 3 on the way in.
Lovely retake there from Fnatic. I think it wasn't ever going to go any other way. You can see the positions they had. 3 players ready for C9. There was flashbangs available for the Swedes as well. Once you had long control, it's so difficult to hold on to this Cloud9. They're all isolated in difficult areas, haven't got the short control, haven't reacted fast enough when the bomb's going down. Simple retake procedure, and Dennis is absolutely wrecking them there with the silence M4. All of my stuff, I'm sorry, Charlie, it's a pretty standard position. Obviously, it's difficult to manage, but if you're going to stand in the open like that, there's going to be the peaker's advantage for the CT there. He gets to dictate when he's facing, and I think Olaf's going to outreact most players in those scenarios as well. He takes down 2, opens it up, and there it is, 8-4. And it's an interesting decision here from Cloud9. They will be forcing into this one. Skadoodle with the AWP. Needed a challenge for that first kill, I feel, but takes 1 shot, falls back. Olaf Meister hoping he comes in with the rephase. Not going to be happening this time. They've got 2 rifles, 2 Tech 9s. There's still utility to play with as well. It's still reasonable. Skadoodle really needs to have some impact here, though. This has to. So far, it's been unconvincing. This is when his map, right? He should be carrying his team on Dust 2.
He used to be one of the only players that could consistently face off against a guy like Guardian on the site with early aggressive peaks, and it just hasn't been there. Flash around for Stewie at the corner of Cat. That'll at least confirm no one up close. They can get a little bit more comfortable to try and execute a plan. Dennis does get caught by a flash over top of middle, but Flush is still here again. It's a pinch position, and Dennis is actually going to just fall back on that.
Well, now we have got that double orb set up for Fnatic. This is when they're at their absolute strongest here. JW and Olaf, such a horrible combination. Flashbang goes over towards long. Maybe that's just a smoke.
And look at this position as well. JW shoots. Look who's still there, unsighted. Crim's waiting in this corner, and JW finds it through the smoke. They commit. Slemmy goes down. That's too easily for Fnatic.
Yeah, too easy, I'd say. But Stewie has got some positional control here. Problem is he's only got the Galil. As soon as he gets spotted, should be taken down here. Fnatic just dancing from CD spawning. JW going to get another easy kill. Bomb goes down as well. This is just an absolute nightmare for Cloud9. Not going to do too much of it. What a shot, headshot. Takes down Stewie. Now it's just nothing with the Tech9. Round over, I'm afraid. But if he can eventually do something to the orb, that could dent the economy, I guess. Some sort of silver lining at this point, but the round is definitely over. Jumping orbs coming from off. Be careful though, that's a little bit clumsy in my opinion, especially when Dennis was coming in for the backstab, but it will recover the AWP. No harm, no foul. Last 2 rounds here, we'll have a look at the money for Cloud9. Not really much to work over, and that's that play from JW. Like you said, perfectly baiting in Crim there. Really nice stuff from them. 9-4, just a partial buy available for Cloud9. Tech9s, PT50s, smokes, but there's been so many of these half, I don't really think they'll be able to do too much against a fully equipped Fnatic here. Interesting enough though, Flusher has a UMP. Doesn't really matter, there's probably an ideal weapon against unarmored players with pistols, and he's definitely very proficient with that weapon.
So Slemmy sets for an ideal flash position toward long.
Yep, little pop flashes will be coming over the top. They're waiting for the CTs to use the smokes and the incendiaries at the start of the round, the HEs as well, which obviously the Wreck and the unarmored players of Scar and nothing. Already smoke towards the corner once again, flash over and see if they can get the long control. But the thing is, when you have pistols, it's not really that beneficial. It's great on gun rounds, sure. But on the pistol rounds, as you get the control, then what's the next move at that point? You need to be getting a kill. That's the only real benefit I can see from this situation.
Nice spray down from Crims. Gets 2. Has time to get a flash from his teammate. Finds the 3rd, but Shroud will deny anything further. However, it is Shroud that has to deny Fnatic from picking the round, and that is a tall order. 1 versus 4. It's going to be double digits already for Fnatic. 10-4 as we head to the last round of the first half. Decent money this time, however, for Cloud9.
Well then, Skadoodles when we sit at the kills.
Guys, it's a double, thank you.
Excuse me?
I just was making sure. I did not want them to go to the double orb setup again.
I think that was when they won a round and they actually thought, oh, double orb, that sounds like a good idea. And it turned out to be a nightmare, but they still managed to keep it alive. But the long spawn for Skadoodle. This is a chance now, like I said, Dust 2, one of the few maps you can really rely on these long spawns to actually make something happen for you. I don't think you... Oh, okay, Olaf's there, but gets the better. Now it's a 5-4 once again. To be fair, like, what else can they do at this point? The defaults aren't working, the set pieces aren't really amounting to too much. Dennis now, another perfect reaction. Fast, of course, takes down Slemmy. And that's going to be round over this point. 3 players towards the B tunnels, need to make something happen, but there's so much pressure on every single side of the map. Stewie finds one back. That's Dennis taken down, but still, someone needs to really step up here. Some great skilled players there. Shroud and Stewie 2K managed to find one in the form of Flusher.
Shroud anticipating that they pushed in toward the B tunnels. He's not wrong, but what he doesn't know is that Olaf's also pushed out on long, so Fnatic just taking every part of the map away.
I like these little insights we get. Happening to me. And they sound quite jovial still. He's kind of laughing at his voice, but...
What is happening to me? Stewie, 1 versus 3.
At least he's enjoying himself.
Seems that we've only got the Cloud9 side of things, but...
Well, we wouldn't understand Fnatic, would we?
No.
Think about it, Matthew.
I know, but some people at home might.
We couldn't comment on it, though, so redundant. Still, I like your idea.
It's not all about us.
Anyway.
That's going to conclude the half. A nade of all things from JW to find Stewie, 11-4, and Fnatic very, very convincing.
Indeed. There was some signs of life there. It was 3 rounds in a row for Cloud9 halfway through the game, and they managed to win the 3rd round force by as well. But apart from that, the aggression from Fnatic, once they got that double orb set up especially, locked them down across the board. That's relentless. As soon as they get a first pick, Cloud9 has lost it across the map, and Olaf is pushing along there as well, just shutting them down.
Skadoodle 6 and 11, and he did have the AWP a fair few times. It's not like, okay, the economy wasn't great, there's no denying that, but they did get a good string of rounds early on. They had saves and lost round bonus that allowed it to come up. I think he had it probably close to 7 rounds. 6 at the very least, and only 6 kills, so you need more impact from a guy like Skadoodle.
Well, this is CT half. That's when the Yorpers can be dominant. They can get boosted up towards short and go towards B. You go into this one, though. 3 sets of armor for Cloud9, 2 kits as well. It's an interesting decision.
The same on the Fnatic side as well with nades, as they've got a flash, and I assume it was 2 smokes. Flush has already thrown his out. We saw that toward middle. It's going to be Crims. Still has one in his hands. And look at the positioning. 3 on A, but spread. It's going to be a bait for Skadoodle into Shroud. Shroud, P2000 rather than the USP, and Skadoodle can't hit the shot, force back, 8 HP. Dink as well onto Shroud, 7 for him. They figured that out all too easy. Scar got hit so early that there couldn't be anything found back, but look at nothing. He rotates over late. It's 3 kills for him. Dennis and JW go down, bomb dropped it long, and it's all off in a 1 versus 4.
Just when he needed a hero, nothing stepping up there. It's actually Scar and Shroud getting at the very low HP, and he comes in and saves the day. Slemmy finishes things off. It was a last-minute long take there from Fnatic. Didn't really work out, though. They managed to get some initial heavy damage there, but this is nothing coming back in with that P2000, locking it down. Shroud taking away all the aggro. He comes just in time to save the round there. So a much-needed pistol round going in favor of Cloud9, but the problem is they're playing Fnatic, Matt. And you know they're going to force buy, and it's going to be an absolute bloodbath here. It's probably going to come down to a 1v1 situation. JW has got that scout, but so has Scar. Will he be challenging at the side around? I think he will be. Shots fired, but no damage inflicted just yet. Shroud takes a little bit, though.
Keep trying. Keep trying, and you will eventually succeed. As Ska goes down through the door just as we snapped away. Shroud trying to find something with that P90. He's got completely pincered in as Olaf Meister comes back around with that Tech 9. That's going to be a lot of kills for Fnatic, not just the 2 we saw, because they've also taken down nothing in Cloud9.
So, okay, let's just get it straight. Fnatic on the terror side, the offensive, if you will, and they don't even have to work for those kills. They're CT challenging them in every part of the map, facing towards middle, getting towards lower B, and not really giving themselves a fighting chance. But that certainly helps. Lemmy pushing long doors. That doesn't quite so much. Gets the long doors and the bomb down as well, but decides to push it. I guess he wanted to kind of get the jump on them and get a little bit of an upgraded position there, but it's just going to be Stewie now. And MP9 lower B takes a ton of damage from Roloff, like I said. Even if you win the pistol against you guys, they're going to force up in the second. And for me, C9 played that completely wrong. Once they establish it as a force by there, the scout, they're taking damage there. Why is Shroud in lower B? Like, why is he having to make that decision? He's by himself. It's very difficult to actually make anything work there. They spotted him as well. It wasn't like there was a smoke place at all. There was any doubt. And the round slips away. We'll see what the reaction is from C9 here. 12-5. Oh, okay, I was going to say it wasn't a force buy, though. There's a scout and an MP9. Shroud of the body armor. CT needs to be very careful here. It can be a cruel mistress here, the economy on the counter-terrorist side. Yep. Once that slips away from you, you never really recover. Scar certainly won't have an AWP if they lose this round. Let's see if he can step up here and deliver somewhat of a performance in round number 18.
Nothing is waiting for the push. W spams into the potential boost spot to see above the smoke on a catwalk. There's no smoke deployed by Fnatic. Flash as well. They have stacked this up. Stewie's the only one that can see inside of that smoke, though, as Shroud's waiting for them to push up the ramp. He'll try and shoot above. Nothing's going to time this if they go. Bomb's still in B tunnels despite the Fnatic right now, so I'm expecting them to actually drop and rack back through CT and catch off that stack in mid, because the bomb's just waiting to go to B, which is completely vacant at this point. Nothing, no pushing back through. He's actually going to take the fight and try and foil that plan. And Fnatic still hasn't committed, but again, B site's completely open. Cloud9 think they're onto something here by not having anyone present themselves along and rotating over through CT. Yeah. This is all going to fall apart because Fnatic's going to walk in and plant at B.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The bomb will make its way in, and Flush is still causing an absolute nuisance here on the A side. There's a ton of damage towards Fleming. They do manage to find the kill, though. Skadoodle takes him down, but the problem is they haven't got a kit. The bomb will be planted. What's the next move there? I guess at this point, it's all in. Needs to try and make something happen. Olaf Meister shorting towards RB. 3 kill for him. Takes down Stewie 2K. Slemmy waiting on the other side, but there's such low HP. Round is over. JW finding Shroud as well. And that's going to confirm it. C9 just have Slemmy alive. And what seemed like there was some sort of potential there. It's completely locked down. It's Flusher with that A play. He stays alive for so long. Takes so much away from the CTs. And game over. 13-5.
I'm a bit confused because they'd already rotated around from long. Stewie actually turned back to check Cat from that position in lower tunnels, but they'd already knew that was clear and his teammate was behind him, so made it a little bit easier than it should have been for Olaf, but it was going to be a tall task regardless. 13-5, Fnatic, 3 to go.
Indeed. So after winning the pistol here.
This would be, just to say, this would be the first and only North American team not to win their opening match today. Liquid and TSM were both successful.
You're right.
And if you want to include Luminosity.
Well then, it is going to be pretty much a full eco here. Dennis facing towards the B-bomb site. Stewie facing his barrel area, gets his head ripped off. And should be an easy round here. 14-5, almost a certainty at this stage. His nade goes in. I don't think that's going to hit Shroud as he is right towards the back of the site. Takes 1 damage from him. Themselves coming in, just trying to flush out anyone on the B remaining on that platform area. There's actually 3 CTs in the B side right now. I'm hoping they can get something rolling with a crossfire, but at this point, JW listening out for footsteps towards middle. His teammates actually going back towards T-spawn. Potentially trying to regain control along as Crims is waiting there as well. Flashman goes over. I think that's exactly what we'll be here.
Crims clearing out the angles, will continue to push with speed. And with speed, they'll quickly find out that A is open as JW catches off Slemmy, re-smokes it, no one to push back through. Let's see if they can at least coagulate and clot onto JW's position, but he's on 18, he'll fall away from this again. The rifle's still up on A, it's another round. So Cloud9 buying into the next one surely will have to come up with something brilliant if they want to try and make this comeback possible.
Yep, brilliant. It's definitely one word we could try and use to get them back into this one, but money still not really recovered here. A lot of forced buys, a lot of all-in moments. This is going to mean it's 14-5, and they have 2 Famases. AWP is available for Skadoodle. 5k would be a glass cannon, of course. Goes for it. Why not? Someone needs to step up here. I'd say boost him up towards short and see if he can face towards middle, but this game is certainly slipping away from him. And then some. First shot comes in from Dennis. He's AWPing on the T side apparently. Let's see how that works out. And flashes towards long. There's actually 3 CD players towards that area of the map so far, but no real aggression from the CTs. Like I said, someone needs to be stepping up here. It's so up against the rope. You've got no kids, you've got a glass cannon AWP. Why not utilize that and try and make it work for yourself? Still very passive play here. Famas is just on the other side of that smoke towards long. Grim's looking for challenge here. Gives his position away, so Slammy could do something with this, but he will be falling back. But it's just Fnatic making them sweat a little bit here, bleed them out of any utility they may have. Slammy now trying to challenge Crimson Flusher. This could be a challenge he regrets.
It could be indeed.
No one to back him up. One and done position. What's the play?
And they're going to check it. I mean, this is so commonly checked. Even if the first guy doesn't, the second one normally will. Smoke. Now, how close did that land? Because okay, that did have a gap. Interestingly, he doesn't execute trigger discipline. That was a chance for him to try and do so. He still has Crims lined up on this, but the smoke's going to actually give him a escape plan. I thought if that smoke hugged the corner, they might try and walk past it, but Slemmy actually, considering, as you say, one and done, it's a very common position, does better than I would have expected in that, to pull one and stay alive.
Fnatic almost played themselves with that smoke. They give him an opportunity to have an exit strategy there, and they get the man advantage. So what seemed like a horrible situation is slightly improved now. Skadoodle sit on the AWP, 5 on 4. Time ticking away, 25-second mark. They will be focusing towards shorter teams. They're going to be smoked out as well, so this should be around guaranteed. They've got Skadoodle waiting for them. This is it now.
Skadoodle with the shot does line up against Crims. They've gone for the drop. JW wins that, so Shroud unable to prevail, but thankfully it's backed up by nothing. It means Skadoodle doesn't have to get overwhelmed. However, he has made it such a close angle. Rather than overcommit, he's given them the bomb plant. Now he comes back in, and it's going to be nothing to take down Dennis. Stewie finds Olaf, and discipline from Cloud9. And Skadoodle especially to make sure that they secure this round.
Yeah, retaking together, making sure nothing is given away. Skadoodle could have gone a lot more in that moment, but he waited for his teammates to come in. The backup rotating from long as well. Fnatic were isolated toward that side. And Slammy open things up. Like I said, I felt like that smoke Fnatic. I'm trying to work out what the play with that was. I'm guessing they're taking a bit of a risk, hoping no one's on the other side by that door, and then they can get out and take the vision away from the CT and potentially get a pick. But that seemed to actually help Slammy quite tremendously. Got that first kill, picked up an AK as well. Fell back to the site, and Crim's couldn't do anything about it. 14-6. Still money available, but C9 have got the double ult set up themselves. Stewie going to be backing up Skadoodle. Two of the players that have been very quiet. 9 for Scar and 7 for Stewie. Whenever there's a chance to step up, this was it. One round will give Fnatic match points.
So first the Molotov, then the flash. Stewie's going to change his angle slightly, get more open to the tunnel. We saw the counter perspective from JW. And Fnatic's actually going to walk out mid completely, try and find an opening pick. They won't commit much beyond this position. With the smoke, that might change, and indeed it will. At first, it was just about map control, finding the opening game. Stewie, he can't line it up. He knows he's gone toward that scaffolding. Instead, it's Shroud and nothing to find the kills, and the second time is better for Stewie. In fact, as is the third, he finds Crim, so very good work from that AWP. The double AWP setup on the CT side doing considerably better than that of that which they used on their T side. So it's Olaf left against 4. It doesn't do as much as you might think, considering its distance. 72 HP to work with, but nothing doesn't really care.
He does not. Nothing too flashy coming out there for Fnatic. That's pretty standard BXQ there, splitting from middle and the B side. The Stewie, like I said, once cities get rolling with that double orb setup, can be quite a tantalizing prospect there. He hits 3 shots and keeps them alive. There was pressure being applied towards that area as well by the Holders Nerve. I think we have a pause coming in here at this point. I don't think Fnatic would be taking a pause right now. Maybe technical at this stage, but I'm sure we'll find out momentarily. 14-7. Interesting enough, TSM waiting for the winner of this game out.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge,
crazy,
huge step forward for them. And Astralis that's in the lower bracket, there's no easy game.
That's kind of nuts for
really
Fnatic,
in this
right?
group left, yeah.
Considering they thought, okay, we've got Fnatic with Astralis in this one group, we'll almost certainly be playing them in the upper bracket final. Astralis making a pretty huge blunder there with Cobble pick, I would say. Now actually invites Fnatic to what seemed like a very easy run to the semi-finals.
Well, we say that. TSM definitely has been the surprise.
On paper, I'm saying.
On paper, yes, yeah. I agree. And that comes up immediately after this game, just so you know. And they are going to take us out. Oh, we've lost our comms.
No.
I did see it. You didn't see it on your screen. We've gone to voice enable 0.
But we were having so much fun.
Too much Stewie and Shroud. Reddit can't handle it.
I guess you can have too much of a good thing. I was enjoying the little bits, snippets of information. We haven't seen that in a while.
Well, to be fair, it may have been I don't know if it was or it wasn't. It may have been an oversight in the fact, because remember, teams used to kick up a stink about having their comms known.
Like, we weren't getting like any sort of detailed information on their strats or anything like that. Just little off-the-cuff comments about their end-of-round performances. But still, I agree. It's maybe a little bit unfair in that respect. Like you said, we don't get to hear the Swedes. It wouldn't really work for the stream, but it doesn't really work in favor of the Americans, I have to say. But technical pause coming in once again. Hopefully, won't be for the same length amount of time. But Matt, 14-7. Yes. Fnatic.
Yes.
Do we think Cloud9 can claw their way back into this? Not even going to elaborate?
Yeah, I mean, the double up setup is starting to roll. The problem is that Skadoodle on A site, I have all the faith in. It's Stewie and his decision-making I'm going to be skeptical with the AWP. He still seems to be a little bit, at least in this game, showing a lot of aggression.
Sure.
And it's getting caught off by Fnatic. They've got a chance with the economy right now. Now, this is interesting. They're going to go for the AWP.
This is not required, right?
No.
And
this is
actually 14-7.
This gives C9 more of a chance, if anything.
This is almost like a disrespect. Like, you don't need to do this whatsoever. You've got money available there for the next round. You're buying on Open Tech 9s. You've got 14-7. Oh, okay. All right. That could have been interesting. It was Stewie facing at the start. It goes down to 19 HP. So something comes out of it for Fnatic at the start of the round, but that has given away straight up at the kickoff of round number 22. 4 players towards the B tunnels. This could be Olaf holding middle with the orb. I guess he's going towards A at the start, see if he can find a pick, and then his teammates can flood into that B side as soon as he makes something happen.
And they know that, well, and he knows he's got the tag on Stewie, and Stewie's in that B side. So this is going to be actually quite interesting, because the Tech 9s could be huge in that sense. However, Stewie playing behind the barrels does pick up 2. That's worth his weight in gold, because now it's nothing in Shroud. They're going to try and close this out in Shroud. Closing out Olaf Meister on the offside means the rotations will come in effortlessly and uninterrupted. Good play from nothing from the window. It's JW left alive. Bomb is on the platform, though, on the back of the site. JW flashed, had a chance to go for Shroud there, didn't know it. He's actually, okay, all right, staying clever in this. Shroud thankfully considers the possibility he's already there and does find him.
Check your corners. So yeah, nice play from JW to take down the orb. Obviously that will be recovered. It's going to be 14-8. And the money now, this is why it's kind of a weird process. Why buy that orb? Like, it's just not required. It's Fnatic, obviously. They've got a huge lead. They just want to finish things off in style, I guess. But you've definitely limited Olaf Meister going to this number 23. They've got a UMP, 4 AKs. I've got a bit of utility to work with, well, not as much as I'd like on Dust 2. No Molotovs available there, but let's see what they decide to do. They still have the double orb setup, of course, Cloud9. And slowly but surely, each round counts, and it's going to be that long push coming in from Flusher. Flushes towards the corner, going for the first pick, but Slemmy picks up the kill. And now they have an actual opportunity to fall back as well. Decent smoke position for them.
Olaf Nade just on the wrong side of the door to do substantial damage. He goes down to the 82. I mean, yeah, having the AWP in this round, such a significant increase in firepower. And if Cloud9 can win this one on the balance because of it, then yes, then I change my opinion. They can make this a lot closer. Quite clearly, as Olaf's going to walk back up with the UMP, just watch toward middle right now, and they haven't really made much progress in clearing out the CTs, pushing them back. They've got a little bit of aggression toward long, but they've since relinquished that and gone toward this mid stack, this default. And I imagine it's going to be fast when they go, because they don't really have to get 2 smokes, 1 deployed now. So 2 left to try and make something of this. It's going to have to be quite convincing.
Smoke remaining, and an HG is going to come down to raw firepower here, but C9 playing this perfectly, expending any utility to have the remaining as well, and Stewie is playing that B window, takes that off by, so Skadoodle should have a very easy time here. No flashbangs available, he doesn't have to get forced back, just needs to hit shots 1 by 1.
They left a gap in that smoke, so they do double it up, because they want to try and further enter before being seen. They want to try and make Skadoodle have to hit a harder shot once they get the quad, but he's very smart about this. Skadoodle reads it perfectly. It changes to the ramp, so it's still an easy lineup for him. Finds Dennis, and then the rotations come in. Shroud takes Crims. Skadoodle finds JW as well. I like that read from Skadoodle.
That just goes to show you what happens when you limit your economy like that. Fnatic just didn't have anything to work with. They executed the A site. They had a couple of flashbangs. They could have taken Scar out of the equation. But like I said, as soon as they come into that A site, they've got 1 smoke. That doesn't really help them out too much. What's the plan when you get to the other side? Just blow everyone's head off? But you've got Skadoodle waiting on that A ramp, potential car area as well. He's going to find 1, maybe 2 kills, and then even survive at that point. So that's pretty disappointing for Fnatic. They're letting things spiral out of control. Get a little closer than it has to be right now. You can see C9's economy building, but that's not a huge deal considering the scoreline. But still, they are making this convincing. Round number 24. It's a long take from Fnatic. These flashbangs come in. Shroud is all in. Slemmy gets the first kill.
Good pick again for them to work with against the pistols. Nade will go in and do a little bit of damage through the doorway on the flush up. More importantly, though, they've tagged Olaf down to 20. The only one really not in the fold right now, not in this exchange out toward long, is JW, who goes for a lurk through lower tunnels and gets a little bit of mid presence that they're going to have to rely on at this point, because there's no access long.
Yeah, they have been denied for that area for sure. JW now, Deagle in hand, hoping to take down the AWP of Skadoodle. Actually, Shroud holding this position, so maybe he has a chance to spot him crossing towards the ramp, but decent incendiary will force him to commit.
Well, it's just JW that actually ends up on the inside of this, so he's alone right now in this. And any element of surprise he was hoping to have on Shroud's been given up by 2 shots. He's going to drop down. Shroud just waits on the ramp. Again, they're holding this long position, Cloud9. They can afford to give it up and play the retake, but Skadoodle drops the bomb on the way through. Good tag from Shroud. Gets dropped in the end by Dennis, though, on a pistol, and Ska needs to be a little bit careful missing these shots. That's going to allow the bomb plant for Dennis. Watch inside a CT spawn as well, because JW, he dropped down. They had no idea he was there. Nothing gets taken out. This is becoming a bit of a problem. Skadoodle thankfully swaps over to the CZ to find Flusha, and Dennis on 11 gives them a bit of a silver lining in that position as Stewie takes down JW, but Dennis with the pistol! Oh, he's hit 2 with the Deagle! That's the first on his Skadoodle. He can try and control this, the tag as well, but Stewie 2K just barely gets back into him. Dennis, that is far too close for comfort.
I think he's taken the title of the best pistol player in the world right now. Absolutely nuts. That could have actually finished things off as well. Takes Stewie down to 19 HP. Crazy scenes. You feel like Skadoodle once again showing some signs of rust there. 2 shots hits the initial one, but 2 pretty clean ones to give an opportunity to Fnatic here. But what a play from Dennis. Had he won that round, that would have been so devastating. Managed to stay alive though. 14-10. Doing the round number 25. So Fnatic finding something out of nothing now. That's pretty crazy. That little setup still rolling though. C9 make double digits, so it's not such a one-sided affair so more. They actually have got a chance here.
5 AKs up though, a decent utility. Finally, Fnatic can start to execute. Double up at the same positions right now for Cloud9. It's Stewie 2K that's over toward B. Passive set to watch mid as he leaves. Shroud to rotate from CT. Both players off to the right of entry from Fnatic's perspective this time. They have Wall of Smoke off the mouth of Long. This is going to give them catwalk effortlessly, but the problem is they won't be anticipating 2 players toward that pit, surely. So we'll see if they read this, because if Cloud9 can at least resume control and maintain control of that long position, there's a chance that holding for Fnatic gets more difficult as Flusha plants for catwalk. They do definitely have that to work with, as well as the top mid position right now from Crims. And That's going to be successful for the first. This will slow them considerably. It may do more than that. Crims with 3, that's big. That should be the round because now, even though they have long, they're completely surrounded. Fnatic's figured it out, and JW is just going to hold. Even if they want to try and save at this point, they have to confront.
And Yanko, if you're watching, that's one of the rounds we need to analyze after this game. That was absolutely sick for Fnatic. Normally when you see those long smokes go down, the idea is to segregate the CTs you know are down in that pit area, maybe towards the long doors as well. The idea is you go and challenge them to have them back up towards A. They actually use it the other way around. It's like a flip reverse. They actually know the CTs are playing that committed towards the long A, and they smoke them out, take them out of the equation. The bomb is planted before any frags are exchanged. That's such a nice play for Fnatic. They get the bomb down, and Crims holding top of middle as well. They've got everything covered. He wrecks them as they rotate towards the top of mid, and that's just beautiful CS, man, I have to say. Really, really nice stuff.
Pretty sick. Foiled C9's plan of trying to be unorthodox with that double long stack as well entirely. And Cloud9 can't dare go for it again. They can't dare gamble on giving up Catwalk again. They have to go to a more standard default. And the problem is they leave it mid. Crims is going to go. Scar might find one kill, but again, he's already close. Nothing goes down. And inside the site, Stewie 2K completely open, but Skadoodle. Nice timing from CT Spawn is going to give Stewie the ability to watch tunnels instead. And this goes to a 4 versus 2. Remember, it's map point for Fnatic 15-10, so a very good round from Cloud9. Still a minute and 23 to work with, so Olaf's going to go hunting with this AWP as Flusha goes out toward long, and a great shot. Olaf finding Stewie.
No one in B, so they're going to be really apprehensive, and that was a shot. Olaf might have really given him a window here. Good reaction from Skadoodle, just going to be flushing now, but should be able to get into it. Like I said, that was perfect, and they haven't left anyone in A. This is kind of a nightmare now.
And he knows he's got space because he spots the second player. Skadoodle rotating over to B. It's just a matter of finding Slemmy, and Slemmy's going to sit to hold, but he leaves himself just exposed, but thankfully keeps the crosshair in the right position. So it will be Cloud9 getting another defuse and bringing it to at least 11 rounds.
Good awareness from Slemmy there. He knows he has to wait for his teammate to rotate in. Holds just a tight enough angle so it's a full commitment from the terrorist at that point.
And a reset from Fnatic right now as well.
Yeah, of course. After such a beautiful round there. It does come down to a 2 versus 1 in the end, but like I said, Slemmy playing it very nicely indeed.
Interestingly, Fnatic's got a ton of money on this reset.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah.
Lots of money. If anything, it's the CTs that are worse off. So they will be able to get the AWP AKs and the full buy as well, so they're absolutely fine. 15-11, 4 to go. C9 actually picking up quite a convincing case here to stay alive here. They need 4 in a row, though. Can't afford to drop a single round, and as I said, a little bit weaker. Nothing just on the Famous. A couple of incendiaries there to back them up, but a double AWP setup this time. Just going to be a singular one on towards Skadoodle.
And it's the efficiency from the previous round that gave them so much money to work with. In fact, Dennis goes immediately onto the AWP. Smoke toward doors. Flusha already committed to the dumpster. Now that smoke, Shroud couldn't line it up fast enough. Gave away his position, but Shroud couldn't find it in the gap. Flusha takes advantage of it. Well designed by Flusha. And Dennis, slowly getting closer onto that B position, is found by Stewie, but they've still made so much ground on A, and Skadoodle smoked, or excuse me, flashed out, can't find the angle. And again, another entry point for Fnatic as Catwalk is completely open, but nothing's made up for it. Good rotation by him. And no cross yet as well at long. Watch that bomb because it's so low. Stewie, the smoke goes down. He finds Flusha. That was the low HP 11. And he takes away with that M4. It's Crims on the site, bomb in hand. He's got to go for the plant quickly.
It seems like they can't close this one out. 2 versus 1. And you feel like that plant should have gone down at that stage. He has got smoke towards short. That was his chance to avoid any sort of confrontation from that area. But now it's going to dissipate and find himself in a bit of a trickier situation. Maybe a safe plant here. At least building some cash for the next round, but still has a definite chance here of making this work.
Molotov does land. Crims forced out. Stewie waits for him to arrive. Well executed Cloud9. That time there's no heroics from Crims to spray down multiple. 15-12 now.
Flusha getting his first 2 kills towards long. I thought that was it, round over, but Stewie kept the dream alive. Finding kills in CD Spawn. I felt like Fnatic overcommitted at that point. Oh, that's a nice bite of the banana, nothing.
So they
get that gift made.
They get $2,400 plus bomb plant on top of the round, the previous buy, which left them at around 2K. So they actually are still in a position right now, Fnatic, to force in on this. The only one that doesn't have a lot of money is Dennis, and he's elected to go for the scout to make up for this. I think he had 2,700 at the start of this round, so he's gone scout and head armor.
Well, like I said, Fnatic, such a huge advantage in that situation. Jumping out of CD Spawn, trying to end things nice and quick there, but potentially could have displayed the bomb and gone for the long game, but here we are. We have arrived in on the 28. It's come right onto this. I wasn't expecting after the first half. It's going to be Dennis with the scout, 4 AKs. Skadoodle is still on the AWP. We haven't seen that much aggression. Such a passive player. Dust 2 has so many opportunities for the AWPers to really go towards lower B, maybe push towards short, something just to get that first pick, but that has been a problem in recent months, especially since Sean has left the lineup. We'll see what Fnatic bring to the table this time. I've got mid control. Shroud waiting towards CT spawn.
JW. Forced back slightly by the Molotov coming through from that CT spawn. They did go for smokes on both sides to try and get out further and play the picks, but forced to play more passively due to that single Molotov. Interestingly enough, that's going to slow the round and subdue the approach considerably from Fnatic's side, although JW still trying to find a chance shot through those smokes. No pressure at long this time from Fnatic as well. They're going to try and group up in middle, and I would expect at least a reconnaissance toward Catwalk, potentially another drop strategy. And if they do go for a split back to B, if that is the case, they've got good positioning inside B right now, as it is Stewie that's pushed up behind the doorway out toward the fence position. So it's a good one and done, but it's a crossfire set that they can bait off of. However, Fnatic grouping, look at the push through as well. The flank coming in. Cloud9 actually has a good read on this, but Skadoodle, that's a really awkward position for the AWP. This is where he was caught last round when the flash came over. He's going to play it inside spawn. He's relying on Slemmy to get this flank to work, and it so far has 2 kills, and Shroud follows it up. Bomb not even going to get planted, and Fnatic has just Dennis remaining. It was a 1 versus 5, down to 1 versus 4, and Stewie closes it out. Skadoodle very nearly caught, but he did so for a reason.
That's an interesting decision for Fnatic. They get the short control, they actually get onto the bomb site there, but they're not leaving anyone towards short whatsoever. They've got no vision on the map, they haven't done a default, they haven't left anyone in middle like they did on that fantastic round we saw before. And now a pause comes in for Fnatic, just to finish that point. You know the rotations are coming in, you have no idea what's going on the other side of the map, but surely just leave one person there to hold the steps at short, just to stop that happening. Slemmy, gifted, 3 kills. Look at this, he's on your screen right now. Olafmeister, no awareness whatsoever this could be a possibility. You can see on the radar there's no presence whatsoever from the terrorists. They're all on the A site, tunnel vision to try and get that bomb down and finish things as quick as possible. And now, this is getting uncomfortable for them. They don't have the money to buy into this round. It's going to be 15-14, a potential overtime here for Cloud9. They've really stepped up here, and you have to think, Matt, when they got a bit ahead of themselves, especially in that round, they bought the AWP for no reason. They had the Tech-9s, and then they had, what was that, Olaf on a UMP, I think it was. They were trying to be a little bit too, I guess, disrespectful at that point. You don't do that in big lands like this. We saw Astralis earlier kind of experimenting with Cobble. That's fine, but those kind of plays we saw in Dust 2, that's, for me, that's a huge, horrible decision going forward into this one. Now they found themselves in this place where it's potentially overtime against something that looked very much over.
And I agree. I mean, I agree with what you say with Fnatic. There was really no plan last round. We saw a good setup on B. We saw a good setup on A from Cloud9, and nothing really to push it back or prevent it. I mean, it is a lot of blind choke points on this map.
Of course.
So you do have to use a lot of utility, but they had it to work with that round and didn't really use much of it.
That was
mid,
crazy.
I guess mid, the double smoke was the only time.
You don't expect it from these guys, like, especially like that. Like, it's just pretty textbook CS. Like, if you're going up towards a position, you have no information whatsoever, watch your flank. Someone needs to be controlling that area. Slemmy shouldn't be able to walk up towards short. Like, not taking anything away from him. That's just him capitalizing, but still finding, what, 3 or 4 kills in that position shouldn't be happening. He should maybe find the first kill and then react, come into terrorists, they turn around, take him out. This is getting very uncomfortable now. Is it a force weapon for Fnatic? It's the partial buy. They've got Tech-9's armor, grenades, leaving themselves at about $1,500 average. Another 29. Who would have thought after the first half? Fnatic looked incredibly strong. After some questionable decisions, we find ourselves here. B-rush, why not? Let's see what happens.
If it works, Slemmy's already shut down Flush. They're inside of his sight, but the nade damage is so significant. Olafmeister, though, still alive. Not the one you'd want to be alive in this position because he is menacing, and he takes down 2. Gives them the bomb site. They've also got a smoke on the doorway and an M4 picked up in his hands. Bombs down. It's only a 1-man advantage for Cloud9 to get Slemmy's without one. And they're all stuck outside those doorways, at least for the moment. Smoke on the tunnels. Olaf just has to wait, play the sound, play the triggers, and try and cut them off. Fnatic suddenly has this round in a reasonable position with that rush. And they haven't gone B for a while, so Cloud9 not anticipating this. Skadoodle as well. AWP, JW's got Slemmy. It's going to be Olaf, late peek, down to just Shroud. In an incredible fashion, it's again a Tech-9 rush, of course, for Fnatic. It's Olaf who picks up 4. And they will win it on that. Cloud9 comes so close to the end. And then Fnatic just do Fnatic things.
You can't help but feel bad for Cloud9. They actually anticipated the B-rush. They had players there ready to take it down. Got the initial kills as well. A ton of damage, but Olaf and JW did finish things off there. Once the bomb was planted, are ticking away. Once again, C9 trying to play discipline, waiting for the rotations to come in, but some utility gather for Fnatic. They smoke the doors, make things a little bit uncomfortable. Flashes come over, decent crossfire. They lock it down and finally close things out there, but that was not comfortable towards the end.
Not at all. I mean, To be fair, I mean, even with Fnatic winning this was not their best game. They've got to pick up their socks considerably. They go against TSM right now with a chance to go straight through to the playoffs, straight through to the semifinals, but there was a lot of sloppy tactics from them, and I think they're getting a little bit complacent with individual skill. Again, we saw early in the game, Olaf pushing tunnels, getting caught for it after Dennis went down at lower. Things you normally wouldn't do that Fnatic's gotten away with in the past, but Cloud9, on the other hand, not much of a plan on their T side. That was the issue for them, was their T side.
Just to point out a little nuance I spotted there, just what that B-Rush spotted worked so well. It's actually flush with a decent long spawn at the start of the round. He goes towards long by himself. Sure, he died, but it's enough just to keep the CTs there, just to be questioning themselves when they hear the call was a B-Rush. They want to see where anything else is coming in at that point, and it means that it's a very long rotation. If that's what worked out for the Fnatic in the end, that long rotation didn't really have enough time to meet up their teammates and have enough to actually defuse that bomb. So it was quite an interesting move from Fnatic to finish it, but that could have gone either way. I thought we were going to overtime for sure.
And just to go back to the T side as well, Skadoodle's T side was not the most brilliant. CT side, I didn't mind it. I thought he did all right. He held on to that position at A the ramp position, the car position at A long platform, wherever you like, quite well. It just, in the end, again, just a little bit too late, a little bit too short. And Fnatic, now TSM, it's Cloud9 that has to go against Astralis tomorrow in a best-of-3.
Yeah, that next game is going to be very interesting. TSM looked great today. Can't take anything away from them. Like we said, it's a questionable map decision from Astralis, but still, TSM showed up there. Both halves, they looked great. Semphis was hitting shots as well. Twist and Sick. The players were looking to that star caliber, really coming to life. It was actually a very exciting game. And I feel like Cloud9 still have a lot of work on here. Like I said, I always call it out Skadoodle for me. We know he's a passive AWPer, but he needs to have more in his arsenal. He needs to have that in his game to be able to kind of adapt and go for those aggressive picks. And although they managed to claw things back, I feel like Fnatic gifted them quite a lot of rounds. But Matt, we could talk about this all day. We actually have a studio ready for that. So guys at the analyst desk, take it away.